Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s response to Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney's infamous sparring match is revealed. Devin Haney forwards it out to change public's perspective on perception on what the tape showed. And we're going to talk about that in this video. Man, people are definitely playing damage control on Devin Haney's team because they need to. Because there's been a lot of damage. Or has there been a lot of damage? Maybe you can call it a lot of publicity. Maybe you can call it a lot of promotion. Whatever the case is, you got a whole lot of people laughing about a sparring tape that got released by Ryan Garcia ahead of Devin Haney's fight with Ryan Garcia taking place April 20th in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. And Devin Haney releases or comments on some tape of Floyd Mayweather Jr. talking about what we all witnessed in that sparring match for the purposes of saying that I won the sparring match. Now, before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hey, hit the subscribe button. If you are a longtime subscriber, thank you for your support. Hey, and thank you so much to everybody that supports in the super thanks of the video. It really goes a long way towards helping the channel out and continuing to do these videos. But let's get into this because, look, man, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Once you squeeze it and it's out, it's out. What you going to do about it? So late last week, in a very hilarious fashion, I have to admit, I mean, if you watch this channel at all, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Not because I don't like Devin Haney as a person. I like Devin Haney as a person. I think he's a tremendous young man. Really think he's a tremendous young man. I think that he's an excellently highly skilled fighter, very disciplined, and I wish well for Devin Haney. At the same time, there's a lot of people that just say a lot of ridiculous things about other fighters that I wish well on, and majority of that talking is coming from Devin Haney fans. And the reason that a lot of it was based off of was the fact that they said that Devin Haney had dominated and it was a one-sided ASS whooping and he beat the SHIT out of Gervonta Davis. So when we saw this tape, it kind of put it and made people doubt very heavily what went on. So Devin Haney retweeted a post of some video by Ellie Sethpak, where right after the sparring was over and Ellie Sethpak was in the gym and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was sitting right next to Devin Haney. He talked about the sparring and said how Devin did well and how Devin was, had a couple things to work on. Like when somebody's being really aggressive with you, you got to hold up, you got to tie up, you got to tie him up, and you got to spin him around. And, then did the traditional talk about Floyd talked about himself for the majority of the video. So this was to be interpreted, I suppose, as if, hey, man, Floyd said I won the sparring. Now, here's the thing. It really doesn't matter whether or not Devin Haney won that sparring or not. Doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter is nobody contested that he won the money that somebody had bet against, Adrian Bronner's father and uncle. I think that was the question that was asked of Adrian Bronner. Nobody's doubting that they paid the money. The problem was that Devin Haney and Bill Haney and other people said that it was a one-sided show and that that Devin Haney definitely dominated him and beat the SHIT out of Gervonta Davis. Well, that didn't look to be the case, and it definitely looked like Adrian Bronner was telling the truth. So what do you make out of Floyd Mayweather Jr. saying what he said in this tape? This is what I make of it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is still trying to sign Devin Haney because he said, me and Bill, we got a really good synergy when I work with Devin. And he talked about working with Devin and improving Devin. At this moment in time when Floyd is saying this, Floyd is still trying to sign Devin Haney to Mayweather Promotions. Eventually, Devin Haney says no to him, and Floyd signs the other guy that was in the ring, Gervonta Davis. So what I would make out of it is, again, like I make out of the whole situation, that it was just a sparring match. It really doesn't mean much. Just Floyd Mayweather's comment is just him working with a 16-year-old kid, and saying, hey, man, this kid's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of things he can learn. And hey, man, you got to learn to tie somebody up when they're being super aggressive. Now, why would he say that? Because he had problems with Gervonta Davis when Gervonta was super aggressive. Now, he didn't mention Gervonta Davis's name, but we know he's talking about Gervonta Davis. So, no, if you listen to this this video that got forwarded, it doesn't say anything different than anything we've already seen. Everybody already knew that. The problem is the conversation about what Gervonta Davis did or did not do. Everyone knows and everybody admitted that Devin Haney won the money. The question was, what did Gervonta Davis do? And is the reason that the fight did not happen between Gervonta and Devin was the reason because Gervonta Davis was scared of Devin after what took place in that sparring match? And I think what everybody saw on that tape is the answer to that question is resounding no. So how about we just keep sparring and we wait till people get in the gym? And I'm going to answer that question because, hey, man, it's going to help promote fights. It's a new way to promote fights. That's why it's not going to happen. That particular tape getting released along with Ryan Garcia's complete SHIT show he had going on Sunday. This is March 4th. The crap show he had going on March 3rd with the wild, crazy text and his baby mama texting and all of that. It's creating an air of just clown showery that is getting people's attention on this particular fight. And we will see whether or not all of this is going to translate into people wanting to see these guys fight. You got a guy that is acting like he shouldn't even be in the ring because he's claiming that he's smoking and he's drinking. And you got another guy that just got shown to millions and millions of people getting the tar beaten out of him by Gervonta Davis. Is that going to result in 1 million pay-per-views? Who knows, man? It may. We're in the social media era. We are in a time where, hey, man, I don't know, man. This is like boxing's version of a pimple popping short on YouTube, right? Where you just get there's this doctor called, I don't know, Dr. Pimple Popper, and you just can sit there and discuss but you'll watch him pop pimple after pimple after pimple, like, ooh, how big is this one going to be? That kind of nonsense. That's what it's looking, at least on Ryan Garcia's side, is looking like. But at the end of the day, man, I'm about to fight. I wish both of these fighters well. I have no animosity towards Devin Haney. And by the way, I should have said it at the front of the video, my condolences to Bill Haney and Devin Haney on the loss of Bill Haney's mother and the loss of Devin Haney's brother and sister. I think he's got a younger brother and sister, their grandmother, and just the loss that their family suffered. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.